It is evident as we keep moving into the 21st century that information has become the new currency. We value information more today than we have just a few years back. Why is this important to you? Well, because if you're in the process of looking at starting a business and you're looking at the differences between a traditional brick and mortar business and an e-business / internet-based business, this can mean the difference between you having a long-lasting, profitable career as an entrepreneur, self-made entrepreneur, and a disastrous one. Hi, my name is Isaac, and having been on both sides of the fence, I can show you and give you a perfect, objective advice and opinion about both business models, in hopes that it will help you make a more informed decision for yourself. So what we're going to do in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you in a few slides the difference between the business models and what you can expect from both. So let's go ahead, let's dive right in. Hey guys, Isaac here again, and in the next 2 to 3 minutes, I'm going to go over 3 or 4 slides that's going to put in perspective to you what kind of business model you're going to want to go into. Now, you're probably looking at this video right now because you're starting a business and you're not sure if whether you should start a traditional brick and mortar business or go the e-commerce, e-business / internet online business world. So luckily for you, you're watching this video right now, and this is going to give you a pretty good perspective of what you should expect, because depending on where you put your money and what type of business model, it's kind of like investing in a good mutual fund or stock that will yield you the highest rate of return. And there are different various business models, and I'll go over 3 right now and allow you to make a decision so that you can maximize your profits, because you want to go into business to earn as much money as possible with a product or service. Now, this new slide, it's called the old business model. Why old? Because traditional brick and mortar businesses, as you can see from the picture, these types of businesses right now are closing like crazy, especially now during the recession. According to the SBA, the Small Business Administration, 95% of businesses will close within their 5 years. And imagine having to close after investing $250,000, $250,000, you signed on the dotted line for that bank loan for your business to fail. Unfortunately, those are the stats. Why? We're not sure. There's a couple of things that we can go into and investigate, but that's a whole nother conversation. But $250,000, $250,000 just to populate your store, sign on that lease with your deposits, security deposits, have enough for rent for the next couple of months, have enough for the payroll, for your insurances, for your employees, and of course for marketing. That's another expense not outlined here. Thing is with the old business models that you're also limited to your local market. There's a stat that says that a customer will not drive more than 5 miles outside the radius from their immediate home to go pursue a product or service. So keep that in mind. Not to mention that you'll be spending a lot of hours in that business. All that, and just for 2 to 3 years later, just to break into profit and earn about $75,000 to $150,000 a year. All that crazy work, you should. I just highly recommend that you go look for a job. Not to badmouth the business. You always want to be your own business owner, but there's different ways, especially now in the 21st century, that you want to do. Now, the next slide, I'm throwing it out there because this is a business model that has been around for many, many years. It's a legitimate model. It's an alternative for somebody that's looking for an alternative to the status quo. But this is the multi-level marketing business model. If you're not familiar with it, I'm sure you will run across it, especially now during your research. This business model is for that small thinking entrepreneurs that just wants to kind of dip their small toe in the water, get a little bit wet, and have a taste of entrepreneurship. It's not really geared to high caliber of individuals like yourself that want to earn at least $250,000 plus per year. Now, these types of business models have a 99% failure rate for that exact reason, because we all understand, true entrepreneurs understand that it takes money to make money. And unfortunately, in the MLM world, it's geared to people that unfortunately don't have much money to get started with, and they promise them the heavens. Now, some people do succeed, but it's a very, very, very small percentage. Now, the MLM business model is built on auto ship type of products like lotion, potion, pills, and other things that actually require inventory as well. Products that will require your purchase on a monthly basis, even though you don't use them, just to make sure that they keep the model alive. Now, these products are usually sold at a premium because they do need to pay certain levels of compensation in that business model. Okay, this model relies on you recruiting a lot of people, including chasing family and friends. I'm sure that has happened to you, and if it hasn't, it will happen to you sometime in your lifetime. Now, this type of business model, of course, you'll have bad leads and massive rejection because the way the business model operates no longer is effective in the new economy. And I'll talk about the new economy in just a few moments. Now, what is the new economy? This is the new business model. This is the new way savvy entrepreneurs, high caliber, intelligent entrepreneurs are headed. The information-based business. Now, you can open a store, an e-commerce store, and sell physical products, and you can open an e-store and sell information. Now, if you open an e-commerce store, you will probably be avoiding the high cost of expensive rents and storage. But you will still have to deal with the high inventories that you'll have to carry to keep your business going. The difference between having an information-based business model online is that you don't have to carry any inventory. And what's so magical about the information age? Today we value information more than we have ever before. People pay top dollar to find the information that they need when they need it at the time that they need it, delivered to their computer at the time they request it. And people will pay absolute top dollar for this. I'm sure you've experienced some type of this. There's information about how to become better in your finances, how to become a better parent, a spouse, how to train your dog. You name it, it's out there. Okay? Knowing how to position yourself with the right information can make you a millionaire on the internet if you just know how to do it. Now compare that to a brick and mortar business, you have very low startup costs. Compared to $250,000, you can set up a good information-based business for a couple $1,000s. Okay? That has no overhead, very low overhead. All you have to deal with is having a computer, make sure you have a working computer and a very good quality internet connection and a phone. Again, no inventory, no commuting. No commuting. You can work from wherever you want in the world. There's no geographical restrictions. Get paid what you're worth. If there's something beautiful about entrepreneurship is you commanding what you're worth. And by marketing information on the internet, you can position yourself as an expert, earning what you're worth. How much do you want to earn? $250,000, $300,000, $500,000 a year plus? This is where you want to be. This is where the big boys play. And of course, I threw in the last bullet point, no chasing family and friends, just like you would do in traditional MLM business models. And just a final slide right here. I call this the pro versus traditional business models. Why pro? Because again, I coach people to go and start their online businesses, their online information businesses, and become professionals at this trade. Okay, start their own businesses. As you can see, all business models are built in a pyramid type business model. It all depends on what type of business you come in. You will be positioned at the top or the lower part of the pyramid. In a corporation, of course, to get a good job in a corporation, you're going to have to invest in a very expensive degree, anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000, sometimes even more, just to end up in a cubicle, get underpaid, have a boss on top of you all the time, with a lot of office politics and bureaucracies, work long hours, having to deal with a commute to the city, and of course, small vacations. The old MLM business model right in the middle, again, it's an alternative, but it's not a profitable alternative. You will run into this in your search for a business. 99% failure rate, bad leads, cold calling, rejections, small payouts. You don't want to even go there. Now, brick and mortar business is a little more serious. Somebody that wants to break free from the rat race. It's willing to invest their money where their mouth is, and it's ready to take their life to the next level. Unfortunately, brick and mortar business, you're buying an expensive job. You're looking at about 80 hours a week. Yeah, you probably break into the $250,000, but at an expense of your time. You have to deal with employees. 95% failure rate. Okay, you have a 5% chance. That's pretty okay, assuming you have the right products and a good value proposition in the market. You have to deal with your inventory, space, insurance liabilities, and low profit margins depending on what you're selling. Now at the far right, you have your pro online e-business. You're positioned at the top. You have information. You don't have to deal with marketing products. You don't have to worry about inventory, space, rent, all those crazy things outlined in the previous models. Okay, all you need is a sound structure, online business structure that will allow your business to run on autopilot. You heard right, autopilot. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, customers coming into your site. You learn how to do this the right way. You don't have to deal with none of that. As you can see at the bottom right arrow, none of the stuff that's out there. You actually start to live life on your terms. We are in the information era. Information is the new currency. You learn how to build an e-commerce business around this, and you are positioning yourself for success and living the lifestyle that you've always dreamed of. Hey there, Isaac again. I'm sure you enjoyed that presentation. I wanted to make sure that it was very thorough and covered as much information as possible. I'm sure now your eyes are open to what it can be possible with having an e-commerce information-based business. Now, if you want to learn more, there's a link inside at the bottom of the description box right beneath this video. That will give you some more information about starting an e-commerce online business, if that's something that you're looking for. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Have a great one.